Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wurin Arina binti Ismail. Today I will explain about my journal article. The title is Investigating the Adoption of E-Wallet Apps Among Mobile Phone Users. Okay, and then I will explain the abstract. This study explores the ever-changing mobile phone user landscape in Klang Valley with the goal of assessing how the community views and uses e-wallet apps. Data from a varied sample of mobile phone users is gathered for the study using an online survey, which is via Google Forms, and also a quantitative research approach. The unified theory of acceptance and use of technology model is the theoretical foundation of the study, and it's important to it. And then the effect of the independent factors, which is social influence, on the dependent variables, which is behavioral intention, is carefully examined. In the context of the dynamic and diversified Klang Valley community, the research findings provide significant insights for businesses, politicians, and stakeholders engaged in promoting the adoption of e-wallets. Descriptive analysis, reliability testing, and Pearson correlation were utilized to analyze all the data and ascertain the relationship between independent and also dependent variables. The outcome shows that all of the variables have a significant link, which is the results of the study, which had 100 respondents who were chosen at random to complete the questionnaire, were gathered by the researcher. Every variable is supported by the results. Furthermore, the most significant variables that may affect customers' behavioral intention towards e-wallet will be identified by the study. Okay, and then I will explain the introduction. E-wallets are becoming a popular payment option in Malaysia because of their protection, ease of use, and also flexibility. These digital wallets are popular in the food delivery, bill payment, and also transportation industries, since they allow for personalization and also rapid communication. The main reasons why young adults utilize e-wallets are because of their transactional ease, adaptability, and compatibility. And also, the Bank Negara Malaysia wants to boost the effectiveness of the nation's payment system in order to expedite this national objective. The ePencana and also eTunai Rakyat program, which was awarded 1.2 billion ringgit to stimulate the market and boost digital adoptions, was introduced by the Malaysian government in 2020 as part of its efforts to encourage the adoption of e-wallets. The government unveiled the 200 ringgit e-Permula, which is e-wallet scheme, which will assist 2 million young people in the budget 2023. And then the next part is problem statement. One of the fastest growing payment trends in Malaysia is e-wallets, which are used by more than half of the country's population on a daily basis. The advent of COVID-19 has led to an increase in the acceptance of cashless transactions throughout time. Malaysian consumers utilize digital wallets at a rate of 45% in the fourth quarter of 2022, compared to a peak of 68% in the first quarter of the same year, which is 2022. In Malaysia, there are more than 20 different e-wallets, each with advantages and disadvantages. However, due to worries about security and the possibility of losing money, some Malaysians still choose cash over e-wallets. Although they are becoming more and more popular, e-wallets are still not widely used. The main concern is whether Malaysians, particularly the younger generation, will embrace the e-wallet system. The purpose of this study is to investigate the key factors influencing the adoption of e-wallets in Malaysia and ascertain if the country's e-wallet transactions were authorized as a result of the notable adjustment made to the management of cashless transactions. Okay, and then I will explain the literature review. The first point is social influence. According to Fishbein and Edgson on 1975, social influence is the sense of social pressure on one's intention to be involved in an incident. It is concerned with the point at which users believe other people should accept and use technologies. The source that impacts an individual the most is the close social circles and bonded communities, such as family members and also close friends. Hence, an individual will have a higher interest in using a certain technology if others in the social circles use it. Social influence can lead to technology adoption. Previous research has looked at the relationship between social influence and the intention of users to use e-wallets. Social influence has a big impact on e-wallet utilization based on Hartini, Cheong and Yahaya on 2021. Because of the expansion of mobile phones, people in the modern world rely largely on online social communication. Based on Nivsin, Peterson, Top Johnson and Burton on 2005, people can also readily observe the conduct of others and collect responses from them. Okay, and then for the next point, the second point is behavioral intention. Intention can be defined as a course of action that an individual aims to achieve. Behavioral intention is a person's subjective probability that is intended to be attained within a time period based on Edgson on 1988. It refers to a way a person will act in the future. E-wallet is a new form of payment system that is widely accepted. In the future, it is expected to have a great expansion of e-wallet in Malaysia based on Nizam on 2018. A person who has an intention to do something will have a strong desire to achieve it and will not allow anything to interfere with their aim to achieve the goal. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic's effects, the majority of Malaysian consumers now choose to use electronic wallets. E-wallets have been widespread and well known among the general public in Malaysia before the pandemic outbreak. However, using an e-wallet was not difficult. Especially for elderly people, only 36% of Malaysians used e-wallets as their main method of payment before the epidemic. According to the survey, the COVID-19 pandemic was the catalyst for the remaining 64% to begin using it. This suggests that prior to the COVID-19, the majority of Malaysians were unaware of the importance of utilizing an e-wallet. In the context of the study, intention refers to the intensity of a consumer's willingness to use or purchase something using an e-wallet, which could be a guide to predicting a consumer's behavior or decision on e-wallet usage in the future. The third point is theory. In the modern digital age, the adoption and usage of technology play a pivotal role in various aspects of our life. Whether adopting a new mobile app, using e-commerce platforms, or integrating a new system into a workplace, understanding why people accept and use technology is paramount. The Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology is a comprehensive framework designed to eliminate this question. Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology builds upon previous models like a technology acceptance model and the theory of planned behavior. To provide a more holistic understanding of technology adoption, the framework identifies several key factors in influencing the individual's decision to accept and use technology. Social influence recognizes the impact of others on our decisions. Peer influence and support can sway an individual's choice to use technology. For example, if friends or colleagues recommend a new app, an individual might be more inclined to try it. The Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology framework is applicable in the wide range of contexts, from understanding why people use social media to examining the adoption of new workplace software. Its comprehensive nature allows researchers and practitioners to explore the factors driving technology adoption. They can effectively design and implement strategies to encourage technology acceptance by analyzing these factors. In summary, Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology provides a user-centered perspective on technology adoption. It recognizes that user expectations, perceived ease of use, social influence, and other factors are vital in shaping their decision to embrace technology. This framework is invaluable for understanding and promoting technology in today's digital world. Okay, the next part is research framework. Based on the figure that is showing the independent variables and dependent variables of the research, the research framework consists of one independent variables and dependent variables. The independent variables are social influence, meanwhile the dependent variables is behavioral intention. The research framework shows the relationship of the independent variables that influence the dependent variables. Okay, the next part is methodology. Research design. The study employs a quantitative research approach, utilizes a structured questionnaire, and applies appropriate statistical methods for data analysis. The research design appears to be sound and well suited to addressing the research question. The target population is targeted among community in Kampung Datuk Mufti Shuib. The sample size is a total of 100 respondents involved in the survey. For the data collection, the survey was conducted online via Google Form and shared with the community head via the WhatsApp. And then for the instrument or questionnaire, the questionnaire consists of 8 parts and total of 30 question items. For the data analysis, this article analyzed collected information through data cleaning, organization, and also analysis. Cronbach's alpha values and Pearson correlation coefficient assess data, reliability, and relationship between independent variables and also dependent variables. Okay, the next part is findings and discussion. This is the table for profile of the respondent. In the table shows that the respondents' demographic data shows a majority of female respondents, which is 62%. The respondent in the 20 to 30 age group is 68%, mainly from private sector 42%, with bachelor degree 55%, also coming from Malay, which is 92%, and most of it single 66%. The respondent also have experience using e-wallet for 94%. Okay, and then for the reliability, this is a reliability analysis behavioral intention. The figure 2 shows the independent variable reported Cronbach alpha score at 8.87. Therefore, the coefficient generated for these 3 questions about e-wallet adoption among Klang Valley people were the most reliable among all the variables. And then the correlation. Figure 3 shows the relationship between social influence and behavioral intention, which is a consumer's intention towards e-wallet. Is lower than highly positive with correlation coefficient of 0.558. Both significant values are 0.01, which is less than the highly significant level of 0.05. It shows a significant statistical relationship between social influence and behavioral intention, which is a consumer's intention using e-wallet. Okay, the last part is conclusion. The outcome demonstrates that social impact and customers' behavioral intention about e-wallets has a statistically significant link, but one that was less than extremely positive. According to Young on 2012, social influence played a major indirect role in China's early adoption of mobile payments. All things considered, the majority of respondents choose option number 3, which is neutral. The reason they selected option number 3 is that they use the e-wallet because they want to use it on their own and are not influenced by those around them or by someone important. Which is why the link between social influence and behavioral intention is at its lowest. As a result, it won't receive positive feedback on these independent factors, but few people choose options other than neutral.